25 years ago, mysterious creatures called dragons appeared and devastated the world, attacking and then disappearing and reappearing. Soon after, some girls are born with powers similar to the dragons and they are known as Type D. You, a soldier and lieutenant, stumbles upon Iris while she is undressed. Angry, she uses her powers to punish him but blows herself up. When she wakes, he introduces himself as an army lieutenant that was abandoned on the island of Midgard, where girls that are Type D go to school for their powers. She finds him incredibly suspicious. Suddenly, Mitsuki appears and introduces herself as Yu's adoptive sister who hasn't seen him in 3 years. Yu meets with Haruka, the colonel in charge of the Midgard school, who says that Yu will be the academy's first male student since the school's founding. Publicly, Midgard is a school for Type D girls to train their powers to help fight against the dragons, but the colonel tells Yu that this is not the whole story. Later, Yu's sister Mitsuki introduces Yu as the first male student to the school since she is the student council president and asks the school body to treat him nicely. However, as soon as he enters his first class, he faces resistance from students and must use powers to prove that he is Type D. He uses dark matter to create a gun to prove his power. The students run a practice drill against enemy dragons, and Iris reveals that she is weak at transmutation and she often blows herself up. He helps her train, but is asked to observe the combat drill. In the combat drill, he watches as his classmates Lisa, Firil, Ariella, Ren, and his sister Mitsuki transmutate various special weapons to defeat their targets, showing off their creativity. Meanwhile, Haruka reveals the true mission of the school, that dragons are attracted to Type D individuals, and if they get too close to a Type D, they can turn the girl into a dragon as well. So Midgard was established to stop the dragons from getting to the D. Yu watches as Iris blows herself up and fails the combat drill. After the drill, he tries to cheer her up, and she reveals that she got her powers after her family died in a dragon incident. She is glad he is nice to her since her classmates consider her a failure and she would like to know him better. But they are interrupted by an emergency alert that a dragon is approaching the school. The dragon is white and Iris's mark lights up, showing that she is the dragon's target. Yu contacts his superior, Major Loki, who reveals his hidden mission in the school is to assassinate any Type D girls that have become targeted by dragons, to prevent them from turning into dragons. The next morning, the class can't find Iris and Yu goes looking for her. He finds her on the school building thinking about jumping off the roof since the white dragon has targeted her and she is too weak to fight back. She is afraid of turning into a dragon, and Yu tells her that the school and the class will fight to protect her, and that if they can't, he will save her from turning into a dragon by killing her himself. The school prepares for the attack, and Yu tells Mitsuki his true mission at the school. She is horrified and insists that if Yu is forced to kill Iris, Mitsuki will deal the final blow instead. Yu runs into Lisa, who is checking up on Iris. She is suspicious of Yu since he hasn't proven himself yet, and considers all the other students her family. She also can't forgive and trust Mitsuki, who sacrificed one of their classmates in another dragon incident several years ago. An isolated Iris is protected from the battle, and since she is lonely, she wants to spend time with him. She tries to show off her underwear but is stopped by Yu, who thinks she should act with more decency. Later, when he is taking a shower, she walks in on him to wash his back, but is too embarrassed and flees. That night, Iris wants Yu to stay with her since it might be her last night to live. He struggles with the idea that he may have to assassinate her, and that night he has a dream about his childhood with Mitsuki. That morning, the white dragon approaches the academy and the girls line up to defend Iris. The academy uses conventional weapons to fight the dragon, but human weapons have little effect on the monster due to its protective magic. Mitsuki leads her unit into range attacks against the white dragon, but their attacks only piss the dragon off. Ariella uses her weapon Aegis to defend them, but their defenses become overwhelmed by the dragon. Since the battle is not going well, Major Loki calls Haruka, and she later tells Yu that the army is coming to kill Iris. Yu takes Iris to an extraction point and takes out the assassination squad. In a panic, she is able to use her abilities without blowing herself up. Yu takes Iris to the edge of the island and states that they will fight the dragon together after it breaches the final defenses. Suddenly, Mitsuki arrives and demands Yu to hand over Iris, as she refuses to allow Yu to dirty his hands with Iris's death and will take responsibility for killing the girl herself. The two duel, and Yu wins by bonking her on her head, and asks as a reward for winning that she allow them to make a final stand. She reluctantly agrees and they join the rest of the unit. Encouraged by Yu, Iris is able to use her magic to continuously disrupt the white dragon with her explosion. Her attacks keep the dragon off balance and allows the squad to make their ranged attacks against the dragon. However, the dragon soon overwhelms the squad, and Iris's final stand reminds Yu about his childhood with Mitsuki, where she tried to defend their hometown. In the past, Yu made a deal with the green dragon to exchange some of his memories for power to defeat the dragons. In the present, he makes the deal again, and trades some of his memories to summon the armament Babel, a weapon built for destroying dragonkind. And using Babel, he and Mitsuki destroy the white dragon. The next day, Major Loki praises Yu for completing his mission, and Iris asks him if they can be friends and kisses him for saving her. Yu is unused to being the only guy in the academy, so he keeps walking in on girls. Mitsuki scolds him and tells him to act with more decency. After class, he meets Charlotte B. Lord, the principal of the academy, who wants to give him a health examination. She is surprised to see his rumen, the mark that shows he is type D, and examines it. She also gets too excited hearing about the girls in her school, and her maid Micah has to silence her. Mitsuki announces that 2 additional type D girls have appeared and have transferred into the school. At the announcement, one of the transfer students, Tyr, who has horns made of dark matter, yells that she is a dragon and not a human, and she angrily lashes out against the school. When she sees Yu, she recognizes him from her past and announces that Yu is her husband. Yu explains to Mitsuki and Haruka that in a previous mission he saved Tyr when she was held hostage by the mafia. They ask Tyr to behave since the students are all frightened of her, and she completely ignores Iris. Mitsuki tries to get them to study together to help Tyr understand what it means to be classmates. She insists to take a bath with Yu, and Mitsuki forces them all into the bath with their swimsuits. Later, Yu asks Tyr if she can make friends with her classmates, and she feels she cannot trust them. But with Yu's encouragement, she introduces herself and opens up to her classmates. They guide her in a combat drill, but she is traumatized by her time as a hostage, where she was forced by cultists to use her powers, and she seems to transform into a dragon. Yu saves Lisa, and states that Tyr's weapon must take the form of a dragon. They work together to snap Tyr out of her bad memories. He takes Tyr into the nurse's office and meets the other transfer student, Hanoka. Major Loki informs Yu that dragon cultists have mobilized to recover Tyr, and that a powerful enemy agent, Killy Muspelheim, will be leading the attack. Tyr wakes up and Yu tells her about the training accident and tries to tell her that she is a human and not a dragon. He asks her to choose to live her life as a human, but she reveals that when she gained powers, she accidentally killed her family and was adopted by Killy. Tyr apologizes to the class for destroying the training room, and Lisa gives Tyr some encouragement. The class go to the beach as a break, and Tyr announces that Iris will be her rival. The class relaxes on the beach together, and that night the principal joins them, bringing lots of food for the class. After the party, Yu reads that Killy is the current leader of the dragon cultists and has been involved in hundreds of terrorist attacks. He is shocked when alarms trigger and the blue dragon appears on campus. The class gathers to fight the dragon, and they wonder how the dragon got past the academy's defenses. Since Tyr's mark is the only one active, she must be the dragon's target. Lisa swears to protect Tyr. They find the dragon is not moving, and Mitsuki asks if Yu can use his power to defeat the blue dragon, because he defeated it previously when they were children with his power. Lisa is protecting Tyr inside the academy when they are confronted by Killy. Lisa tries to protect Tyr, but Killy uses her power to summon explosions and injure Lisa. Lisa and Tyr attempt to hide from Killy, but when the assassin tracks them down, Lisa is defeated. The blue dragon becomes activated. Yu confronts Killy and uses his magic to summon guns, but Killy proves to be too powerful. Watching Yu burn, Tyr is reminded of her parents' death, and she refuses to go with Killy, saying that she is human and she has become happy at the academy. An angry Killy starts to execute Tyr, but Yu intervenes. They watch as the blue dragon arrives, and Killy makes fun of them and retreats. Yu and Tyr retreat into the jungle, and Tyr insists on helping the squad fight the blue dragon. The squad use Tyr as bait and ambush the blue dragon with their ranged attacks. And when the dragon approaches, Tyr forms dark matter wings and unleashes electricity against the blue dragon. Yu sees that the blue dragon cannot be stopped, so he uses his powers from the green dragon to send the dragon into the sky with anti-gravity. Yu sacrifices more memories to summon Babel, and together he and the squad defeat the blue dragon. As the school begins to repair the academy, Mitsuki speaks to Yu about the battle. She informs him that the blue dragon teleported from Siberia to Midgard, displaying a frightening ability they have never seen before. She also confronts him over his anti-gravity attack and feels he is keeping secrets from her, but he stays quiet about his deal with the green dragon. She reveals she is jealous about her classmates becoming closer to him, and he promises he will never give up her happiness. The class discovers that the red dragon, who is much more dangerous compared to the blue dragon, is on its way to Tyr. Since the dragon is very destructive, they decide the class should retreat to an abandoned island to lure the dragon away from the academy. On the trip, Hanoka joins them to help support the team. One day, Yu discovers Mitsuki and Lisa fighting in the halls over their classmate Miyako's death after she was killed by Mitsuki. Feral ambushes Yu in his room and touches his chest for research, and she wants to be an author in the future. She asks him to flirt with their classmates more so she can get more writing material, and Yu asks for her help to repair Mitsuki and Lisa's friendship. That night, Yu asks Mitsuki about her best friend Miyako. And his sister tells him about how the two girls would spend all their time with each other, but their friendship was also their downfall. When the purple dragon attacked, Miyako willingly gave herself up to the dragon to protect Mitsuki. Mitsuki then defeated the purple dragon and the transformed Miyako. Yu asks Mitsuki to think about how Lisa also lost a friend, and to think about Lisa's feelings as well. Later, Hanoka reveals an island with hot springs she found in her travels, and the class decide to go there to celebrate their victory and relax. Firo gives her hot springs ticket to Yu so that he can relax as well. But the class accidentally go into the hot spring when he is already in it and he is forced to hide. Soon more and more of the class join the hot spring. Firo ambushes Yu and reveals she set up the situation on purpose so that he can peek on the girls and she can get more writing material. They almost discover him when Mitsuki gets an emergency call. The military reveals they may have a weapon able to defeat the red dragon after analyzing its abilities to force materials to grow old by thousands of years. The general asks that the class step aside and give the military a chance to use their new weapon against the dragon, as it was constructed with materials resistant to the red dragon's time-based attacks. The military carry out the operation and drop the weapon on top of the red dragon, who uses its abilities to try to stop the weapon. Initially, it cannot stop the weapon, but the red dragon reveals its third eye and obliterates it and the military forces nearby. The red dragon becomes angry and Tears Mark starts to hurt her badly. They take her to the medic, where Hanoka watches over her. The team strategize and plan to use the rotation of the earth to ambush the red dragon from several kilometers away to avoid its extreme ranged attacks. Iris and Yu practice their abilities for the upcoming battle, and she tells him that he was her first kiss. Before they become closer, Iris tells Yu they should focus their attention on the coming fight. Soon it will be time for the operation to start, and the squad gets in their ambush spots. Yu exchanges more memories for more power, and the squad combines their energies to empower their ranged attacks. They time and combine their attacks, but the red dragon counteracts with its third eye. Yu and Iris are almost overwhelmed by the red dragon, but Hanoka saves them using an explosion and the squad is forced to retreat. Mitsuki feels like she is a failure because of their defeat, but Yu cheers her up and reminds her of her promise to keep fighting. Together, they analyze the footage taken from the previous battles, and Yu sees a potential pattern in its attacks. He contacts Major Loki if the military could give them another prototype weapon for the red dragon. Yu tells the squad that they can use the weapon to defeat the red dragon by distracting the red dragon's ordinary eyes and then transmuting enough armor for the weapon to help it survive against the third eye. Mitsuki announces that she will travel with the weapon to help guide it against the red dragon. The squad is against the idea, and Lisa tells Mitsuki she will forgive her if she thinks about her classmates' feelings. That night, Yu finds the medic has been attacked and finds Hanoka taking an unconscious Tear off the ship. Hanoka states that the plan is not good enough for her, and she reveals herself to be Killy and that it was her plan to give up Tear so she could sneak into the academy as Hanoka. Killy argues that it would be better for Tear to run than to die and turn into a dragon. Instead of relying on his powers, Yu uses his military training and analyzes Killy's attack patterns to defeat her, but he refuses to kill her. Impressed with his skills, Killy allows Tear to stay and she kisses him before she retreats. He reveals to the rest of the squad that Hanoka was Killy, and that she hinted the red dragon might be able to see the future. The class all group on top of the weapon to help guide it toward the red dragon. It uses its third eye to defend itself, and the group uses their powers to protect the weapon. A second volley from the third eye destroys the weapon, but the class uses it as a shield to get close to the red dragon to attack it directly, changing their initial plan to account for its future-seeing powers. The squad takes out its third eye and at close range pummel the red dragon, while Yu and Mitsuki destroy the red dragon. With their victory, Lisa forgives Mitsuki, and the group celebrate. Killy hears the news and promises she will meet Yu again, as the group returns back to Midgard. Later, Mitsuki tells Yu thanks him for helping her squad and that she will always love him. And that night while watching the sunset, Yu tells Iris how he loses his memories when he fights and that he has already forgotten their first meeting. He asks her to forgive him as he will likely lose many memories of her in the future, and Iris promises to remember his memories for him. And this is all for this video. Make sure to subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one.